fastest thing in the world, but it can get the job done at what we need it for. To get these branches and various pieces of scrap wood on top of these stumps so we can just burn it all down. Boom, we have a fire. So I started this fire with diesel fuel. And one of the differences between diesel and gas when it comes to burning is diesel burns slower. So it really helps when you're trying to start a fire and get other things to catch fire. Light it. Just be careful. Be careful. Us farm boys tend to do some interesting things, like start fires. But be careful. I was careful. One of the benefits, among many, of homesteading out here in the country is that we can do projects like this. Couldn't have done it in the city, for sure. And with some of my goals being to have methods that are more sustainable and regenerative, a part of those goals is reducing our waste. And what better way to reduce waste from projects and various things on the homestead than to burn up the scrap material. Instead of it sitting in a landfill somewhere, actually burn it down and return it back to the ground. Try it. Let's try it. There you go. Like that? Is that yummy? Yeah, want to try some? Is it good? Like it? Looks like they like it. Ripped it out of my hand. Feed yourself and that baby too, right? Hopefully more than one baby in there. Need help there, Bucky? Have a problem? Right, rip it. Oh, man. Don't bite my finger. We'll be good. Actually, I'm keeping my fist closed so they don't bite my finger. Contrary to what some people believe, goats won't actually eat just anything and everything. But they do like to eat. And it's funny, sometimes they'll test certain objects. Like I've had gloves in my pockets and they grab them out of my pockets, especially Bucky here, he likes to do that. All right, I'm not gonna feed you right there. All right, not the roots. So we're cleaning up this area primarily for the goats. But everything we try to do here, try to keep in mind, especially over the 8 years that we've been here now, to be thinking about projects when we're doing them, how it benefits us and our ability to produce food, but also our animals. It's all a working relationship. So this area right here that we're cleaning up is an area that we'll have for the goats as a semi-permanent area. So I'm trying to create systems where we can rotationally graze them in various parts around the homestead property here. But in the winter, cooler months, all of our animals I like to have in areas that are easy to access. So here, right by our driveway here, another goat area, so that way in those months we can just easily bring them hay or whatever they need, just real easy. And that's a tip that I recommend to any of you raising any animals, is during the colder months when it's hard to go out there, force yourself to come out here and do chores, keep your livestock in areas like zone 0, for those of you who are familiar with permaculture, that are like zone 0 and zone 1, like right near your house, or areas that are easily to access. You don't want it to be way out somewhere where you're having to go through a bunch of snow or mud to take care of your animals, because one, it's going to be a lot harder to get to those areas, especially if you're in the areas that get a lot of precipitation and during the colder months. And two, it's cold, and it's not you're not looking forward to going to those areas. So try to do yourself a favor and make sure your animals are in areas in the colder months that are near areas that you're going to be in or moving around really easily and more often. Woo! That fire is definitely hot. Now, I don't know how you have that jacket on there, buddy, but it definitely reminds me, just feeling this heat, reminds me of the fiery furnace of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. I know this is nowhere near as hot as that fiery furnace, but it just kind of brings it to mind. And with the heat, it's like, whoa, man. And oftentimes I like to think about, when reading the Bible, just think about different people and the different things that they may have been thinking. And one of the things that they had talked about is, they were like, going into that furnace, they were like, God is able to protect us. But even if he doesn't, we still got to do the right thing. And I think about those lessons. God's able to protect me from whatever, but if it's his will to not protect me, I still got to do what's right. We all got to do what's right. All right, Josiah. You about ready to come out of that, buddy? It's kind of hot there.
Nope.
You ready for that fiery furnace?
Nope.
It is pretty hot over here. Actually, come to think of it, it's pretty interesting that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were closer to Josiah's age when they were going into the furnace, closer to his age than they are or were. Fine. It's interesting to think about there. I don't know what that means, but something to think about. Another reason I like to do projects like this at this time of year is less snakes, chances of snakes. There's no snakes out right now. And also less chances of a bunch of poison ivy leaves. It doesn't mean that there's not poison ivy vines. This is not poison ivy, by the way. But it's a lot easier to do it at this time of year versus when things are growing and moving and things like that. Picking some of my Swiss chard there?
Yeah.
What you harvesting that for?
Libby.
Well, I guess if it's for the goats, I thought you were just randomly picking my Swiss chard. Just kidding.
No, I don't like Swiss chard that much.
Yeah. It's not my favorite here. I'll eat it from time to time, but it's definitely not my favorite.
Libby. You want some Swiss chard?
Yummy, yummy.
You want to try some, Cody? Buddy?
Try it. You trying it? Smelling it?
He's trying. Thought.
Taking a bite there? Taking a little nibble there? Oh, he's eating some.
Trying to.
Sure is. It is going to town right here. Whoa. You know what? I think tonight's the night that we're going to try to separate Cody from Libby. So up until this point, they've been together 24/7. So just overnight, I think we're going to put the little guy over here in this other pen. See if we maybe can get some more milk from Libby. And then during the day, put them together. You think you're ready for that?
Think so. I hope he is.
We'll see how it goes. Goats are real social creatures, which most creatures are, including us. So we do need each other. And hopefully this will be enough for them to kind of see each other overnight so they won't be super alone. And then hopefully I can get all that knocked out here pretty soon with all that wood, and then we'll set them up a completely different area over there where the fire currently is. But got more work to do on that.
Well, last year, Mike and I were actually featured in the Murray McMurray catalog, but we didn't make it this year, but it's cool to see our animals made it. All these pictures right here are straight from our homestead. Mike's already ordered our ducks from Murray McMurray this year, and he was asking me if I wanted some other birds, and I said yes. I want some guineas. I've wanted guineas for I don't know how long, but everybody else was like, they're too loud. So this year is the year of guineas. And I'm looking here at all different kinds of guineas that they have. And they have a big variety of guineas. And I want a variety. I think guineas are cool. Others might not, but I like them. And you can order an assorted package, but you do have to order at least 30 at a time. So because it says to ensure their safe delivery, they need you need to order 30, 60, 90, or 120. That's a lot of birds. It's a lot of guineas. But maybe we could do, like, 10 of 3 different varieties. That'd be cool. So how's it going up here?
Well, making progress. It may not look like it, but I'm making some progress here. So stumps have burned down a lot. Still not all the way gone, but all the scrap wood we had and the branches, they've pretty much burned up. But stumps are still burning here. So just continue to just burn slow and away. But we're almost done. We have a lot of stumps here, and this is all that's left. This whole area where the dirt is, it had I don't know how many stumps when we started this project, but it was a lot. This is just what's left.
Well, it definitely looks good up here. I know there were a ton of stumps up here, and now there's like, what, 3 left?
Yeah, pretty much. Most of them just have the big dirt left. That's pretty much what it is, but I'll let them burn down and then bring back the excavator in here, and then I'll just try to crush it up. It should just break pretty easily after they've burned up pretty much, and then dirt will just make in a pile or something.
Well, I know you'll be glad whenever this is accomplished, because this has been like 2 years in the making of trying to burn these stumps up.
Yeah, they've been sitting there for a while, waiting on the excavator to be up and going again, and then finally got it up and going again, and now we're burning them up.
Well, I've been sitting inside looking at my Murray McMurray catalog, and since you said I could have guineas this year, I'm figuring out which ones I want.
Uh-oh, what did I get myself into? Just kidding.
Lots of guineas. That's what you got yourself into. Lots of guineas.
So how many guineas do we have to order?
At least 30.
30? I'm thinking like 10 maybe, 30?
Well, we're ordering 10 of like 3 kinds.
Oh.
So just think of it like that.
Yeah.
We can always share with friends
It's
too.
all right. Yeah, we'll get some guineas. That's totally fine.
And just remember, guineas are good for ticks and for snakes and for rodents.
Yeah. I'm not opposed to having guineas. I'm not. And that could just be one more new animal that we add to here, because we're just at the butchery down in Georgia, seeing our friend John Jackson at Comfort Farms, and he inspired me to start raising some turkeys. I've always wanted my own Thanksgiving turkey anyways, but just him talking about that as a part of his business, as well as them just tasting really good, tasting so much better. I was like, I think we're gonna raise our own Thanksgiving turkey this year, so I think we're gonna do that. We ordered some ducks already, ordered some chicks already, and I just saw, guys, that they're starting to ship chicks out, I think at the end of this month, January 30th or something like that. It's crazy to believe that they're already starting to ship chicks out. So guys, if you haven't ordered your chicks already, you need to do so, right, Lacie?
Yeah, because y'all don't want to miss out on any of your chicks that you want, or your guineas. I'm going to push guineas hard this year.
Yeah, so we're going to be putting our order in for some more chickens, put in for ducks, now some guineas, as well as turkeys.
Guineas.
Guineas, yes, guineas.
I'm looking forward to turkeys too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard once you get them past like the baby stage, they're pretty much indestructible.
Yeah. So guys, let us know in the comment section below. Let us know, what are some animals that you're getting this year? Are you getting some chicks? If so, let us know what breeds, as well as ducks, things like that. Let us know what breeds, and let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear about it. Also, some of you guys have been asking about our friend Randy, who was in a really serious accident. I mentioned it on one of the videos a couple videos ago, and it come to find out it was just a freak accident. The machine just started malfunctioning. I believe he jumped off the machine, and then he ended up getting pinned into some of the equipment on there, and his pelvis was like crushed in like three areas or something like that. And it was really scary because he had to be airlifted out of where he was with the machine, and we were all just praying about him. And thank you guys for your prayers, and he really appreciated your prayers as well. It means a lot to him. So he's doing a lot better now. He did have to have surgery, and he's going to have to do some rehab, but he's making a tremendous amount of progress, and please keep him in your prayers for that. But it is expected for him to have a full recovery. But I just want to thank you guys again for that.
And it really was amazing. Like, God worked out things in so many ways for him. Really, his son was there that day, which his son was actually supposed to be on a job an hour away that day, and he just happened to be there, and he's the one that actually got him out of that situation. But it's just amazing to see God's hand in every step of the process, and Randy is super thankful, and we just look forward to him making a full recovery. Man, it is hot over here.
This is nothing compared to what it was. It's still hot, but it was hotter than this, wasn't it, Sayla? Sayla was standing over there by the mulch pile, and she was like, she could feel the heat way over there. It's still hot, but it was a lot hotter.
Well, I guess it's because I'm just standing here with this hat on. I expected it to be a lot colder out here, but I think it's probably over 60 degrees right now. So, surprise, surprise, it's not as cold out here as I thought it was going to be.
It actually hit 60 degrees, I think, today. It's kind of crazy thinking that it was just like the high was like 29 the other day and it was snowing and some ice, but this is one of the days I actually wish that it was cooler having to do this project, but it is what it is.